What's going on, Gary?
My phone says I'm live.
I see that your phone says you're live. What do you?
It says Rodney Dow is watching.
Oh my goodness! What are you living about?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm living about
I see Shannon Wise watching.
nerds gummy clusters.
Oh my goodness! Is that your new treat?
These things are amazing.
Oh my goodness! Hey, Mrs. Harper, I see that she's watching. Hi,
I
Shannon.
highly recommend them for every sweet tooth.
Oh man, I got a sweet tooth, so I might be jumping in on that. Where's your bag? Let's see it.
And at Sam's, you can get a 2-pound bag.
Oh golly, man! With your girls, you better watch out. Hey, Troy Aves, how's it going?
Oh, they're delicious. Mrs. Harper and Shannon, Tiffany Weeks, Jason Cyprit. Well, we had to steer down another road. We had to change.
Detour. It's okay. We're flexible.
Yeah. We I think last week the Harpers wasn't going to make it to PRI, and then we found out they did make it, and he said, "Hey, we're working. I think they were helping WDRA and working probably, half a day or so on Saturday, and going to drive home a little bit and finish today." And he said, "Let's do this another day."
Oh yeah.
So,
well, and I don't blame him. We got home last night afternoon. Actually, heck, I think it was around 4, and I'm still tired. I mean, I laid around all day today, didn't do anything, and I meant to get outside, but it was nice enough. So yeah, I don't blame him.
I stuck my nose out. Yeah, I wish it was warmer. The wind was blowing. Tiffany was doing yard work, and I didn't go out. I stayed inside.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, there's Mrs. Harper, I miss seeing you guys. Yeah, we didn't see you either. Dang it.
Oh, I know. And
we weren't looking for you either. We didn't know you was going.
Well, and even if you were looking for someone, you almost had to, message them and say, meet me at this spot. Right. There was a couple of times me and you went in a pack, and Tanner and Jamie went in a pack, and we, there's so many crowd, you get circled off, and then, where did they go?
For hours.
Yeah. Where'd who go? I mean, it was just like, and what they say, over 70,000 people were there. I mean, it was just incredible.
Yeah. Quite a few. That's a big event. It's super awesome.
I think the next year that I go, every year you get a little bit more, acquainted with it and understand where things are, and, with the little booths, and as long as everybody stays in the same booth, that helps, but
right.
For a minute, you're like, no, that's over in the other building. I'm like, oh crap, I forgot what building we're in, and so, what did we put 7 miles on the first day and a little over 8 miles on the second day or something on our feet?
Yeah. I think Jamie was keeping track of that on his deal. And
yeah.
And I told Tiffany, I was like, hey, Thursday we walked 7 miles. She's like, is that it? I was like, oh.
Is that it? Oh, that was before breakfast. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right. After the sun came up, real nice, real cute.
Real good. I see Scott Linker watching. Same with Dave and Joseph Thomas. Dave Music.
Yeah, Jim Lauer, watching. He says, hey guys, hi Jim.
Hi Jim.
Mrs. Harper says we appreciate you being flexible.
Oh yeah.
That's easy, being flexible. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Troy says, got a drink for you, Gary. 2/3 salted caramel crown and a 1/3 green sour apple liquor.
Interesting.
Speaking
of drinks, Tanya, right? At our hotel bar, Tanya.
Yes.
She was fantastic.
Yep.
She did a very good job, and she remembers you by name.
Yeah. I put my PRI pass tucked away with the rest of them, and I laid them out this morning and counted them, and that was number 8.
Number 8.
Yeah.
Well, I'm at 2, so I'm still
2. Yeah.
Well, and it's better to go with someone like, that's been there for a minute, that kind of, show you around. No, let's cut across this way, and we got to go up this escalator, and you just know all the back ways, and just having the hotel downtown is so smart. We don't have to worry about Ubering every day or parking. And right there, and we walk about 90% of it's inside, because I'm here to tell you, everyone, it was like 6 degrees.
Oh, dude.
We were walking over there, and we had a hot chocolate in our hand that morning and some coffee, and we were trying to stay warm, but it was just awesome. I go again. What's up, Alan Phillips? We'll talk about you in a little bit. It's good seeing that superstar. I think we saw him on Friday, right? Saw his name.
Yes. Yep. Friday.
Yeah, I got to talk to him.
John Sears says, missed you guys. John, I saw you at an intersection and you were talking, and I peeked around, just waved at you real quick. And you probably done so much of that you don't realize who you saw, but I saw you. I saw you, John.
Make a good point, because you could tell you haven't seen someone in a long time. You lock eyes, but like there's 30 people in between, and so you don't want to, get them out of a conversation that they may be really talking about business or something, just to say hello. But yeah, I mean, my first surprise is when I got a bear hug from Mitch Brown from behind. I thought, who is hugging me right now? Because I don't know anybody here. What's going on?
And, that was early Thursday morning before the show even opened.
Right.
It was before 9 o'clock. And it's like, who's this? Who's this zipping by and grabbing you?
Right. Yeah. I felt the same way. Like, turn around. Oh, hey, what's up, buddy? And
and then like seeing people, I only feel like I was pretty rude and interruptive one time, and that was when we went back over to Dynacom to see Lance Knigge.
Sure.
And we was going somewhere and we was running out of time, and he was there. So I just wanted to run up real quick and say, hey. And, but it appears that the conversation with him and that guy was kind of done, but
sure.
And I told him, I don't want to interrupt. I just want to say hi and split. And
but that turned out great. Talking to him for that 20 minutes or give or take. And we're going to bring him on the show and talk about his career and stuff coming up. We snagged 2 or 3 more to bring on, get our little schedule ready for January and going in. So that's awesome. I see old Laddie there. That's my neighbor.
There's your neighbor. Laddie, what's going on? I haven't seen you for a while.
We went by looking. He's got his Christmas lights on. So he's looking.
I teased him that he didn't have any lights.
I know. I guess he's got them on that timer. They come on a little later or something.
Old man has to go to bed early and shut his lights off.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of, man, I didn't do nothing today. Man, I was tired. Yep. I see Shelly and Kurt watching. That was another thing. We saw Shelly and Kurt a couple times, and then you see them at like an aisle over. You're just kind of waving as you walk. You know what I mean? And,
I saw Kurt. I didn't see Shelly, but
no, I saw same. And we saw them at Innovators just for a hot minute.
Yeah. That's right. You did see him there.
Yeah. But I wanted to circle back and talk to Kurt, because I haven't talked to him since the little incident happened at Flying H. I just want to see how he was doing, his car was doing, and kind of
Tulsa. That was at Tulsa.
Was that at Tulsa when he had the little bump? Okay.
Yep, the drive shaft come apart.
Yeah. Thank you. And but yeah, I just want to see what his thoughts are and plans are, for 2025, especially with that Midwest Pro Mod Series. They're going to have like 7 races pretty much local, within 4 hours. Yeah. And so that's pretty cool. Yeah. But, we got to see old Mark Brown.
We did see Mark and Stefan, and the other guy with them. I don't know who that younger guy was. Maybe one of Stefan's buddies, and then I forget the desk guy that was. Dang, I can't remember his name. I can picture his face, but I don't remember his name. He works the counter there, and helped Mark for a long time. But he was out running around, doing his thing, and got to chat with him for a little bit at the Mel Hamilton booth.
Yep. No, it was good seeing them guys. And we found out, we got some parts, and so that's always good. And he's over there looking at machinery, so he's always, wanting to, step his game up. And then you got a good story coming up later, I'm assuming, with some pictures on your motor.
Yeah.
Let me just stop for a second. We ran into probably 3 or 4, manufacturer people. And every time we say, advanced engineering, they're like Mark Brown. Like, no one said anything bad about Mark Brown. You know,
Nope.
it's like been in the business 30 plus years, and it's like, oh yeah, Mark Brown's flying. Yeah, yeah.
Yep. He's a good dude.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so, but that's cool. I see Carson Wheeler watching. I talked to Carson on the side. You guys might know he's doing a practice tree race coming up January 11th, and so we're going to bring Carson in on the 5th, January 5th. So, and he's going to talk all about his little program he's got with the practice tree. I know there's a heads up series, there's a bottom
3 weeks,
bulb, and there's a top bulb. And so, yeah, three Sundays, right, Gary? We'll get in here after the new year. He'll be our first person for 2025, right? Is that official?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, man. Because this is the 15th, and we got the 22nd, the 29th.
Yeah.
And that's the Sunday after Christmas. We'll have to hit base and see what we're gonna do there. But yeah, the 5th is the first Sunday of 2025, and Carson #1.
So that's a lock. We'll get him in here and talk about that. I see a lot of people sharing that, and so that's kind of taken off. There was actually a practice tree event at SEMA.
There was
not SEMA, but at PRI, and I didn't see it, but I saw it in pictures and stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool.
There's David Pierce. Good seeing you guys, David and Tina.
Yeah. Then we went over there. What was that? Friday later. And,
on the way out.
Shut the lights on us. We stayed an extra 30 minutes in there talking to those guys, and took photos with Dave and Tina and just seeing how they've been. Of course, who else we see there? Dominator and Stewie and Eric Kuhn and who else?
Sadowski, Jim Parkinson.
That was just
that was kind of in the aisle, but hugging more towards the Crower bench and booth, or more in there, was Nick Scavo.
Yeah, Nick Scavo. Yeah.
Yep. Cool. A lot of hardcore 10-5 guys from way back. We remember Nick and the Impala and his Camaro, and he was in there in the booth.
Absolutely. Well, that's what they were saying about you. Hell, there's Gary Putton Dragon Drive 2014. That's they were just mixing up their Pro Charger. There you go. I see Devin Brown watching.
Whoa, Devin Brown.
We saw a lot of Missouri there, didn't we?
We did.
Golly.
Yep.
We had a whole little Titans reunion going on there for a minute.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a good time.
We got a couple cool pictures from that involves Adam Phillips in a little bit too.
Yeah, flights were good. Didn't have really any issues with flights. Went through Dallas. Gary was sitting next to Richard Rawlings on the way back, so that was cool seeing that.
Who?
Richard Rawlings. You remember him? Fast and Loud. Did you remember?
Yeah.
On the way out, you were hanging with Wes Buck. Remember seeing him?
Yeah, Wes was on the plane, and
yeah, that was cool. A lot of cool 30 from 30 on there. They announced that, and then that Dragon Drive Awards deal. They announced that, so that was cool.
Yep. Never did see, didn't catch up with Michael Narks anywhere. We saw Eric in their booth. They was pretty busy with chatting with people, but didn't get a chance to catch up with Michael anywhere. But them guys are, anytime we see Michael, we've seen it at Flying H, and he's busy. Yeah. Go. So
speaking of Flying H, we ran into Blake twice.
We did.
Blake Housley, got to talk to him, and he's doing some new things, or I shouldn't say new things, just, continue going forward with his program, Flying H, and Small Tires Limited and that sort of thing. I know he's putting together his schedule and rules, and so we'll have to see what's going on there. We got some updates from Jake Mason, Justin Heckman, saw them guys. We should have got a picture with them. I feel bad we didn't get a picture with them.
I know. You get in the moment, chit chatting, and you split ways, and then a couple hours later, man, we should have got a picture with them guys.
But Justin has some great news, and Jason, and so it was Mariah's birthday yesterday too. So it was just a lot going on.
Scooter Rick watching. Hey, Scooter Rick
for the win.
Yep.
Nice.
Devin Brown, what's up, fellas? You got some top secret changes going on over there, Devin?
He's got all the changes. He's probably close to baby watch too. What do we got? 4 weeks?
Well, that's right.
Yeah, 3 weeks to go. I don't know. Something like that.
A January due date, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
But hopefully everything's good there. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, start us off.
Yep. Cameron Marsoff watching. What's up, Cameron?
Hey, Cameron. I saw.
Go ahead.
I was going to say something, but I'll leave it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's fire this off real quick, and as we're winding down 2024, give a shout out to our awesome partners: Mid America Dragway, Ultra Color Collision Repair, Sandlin Iron and Metal Auto Salvage, and Harry Street Carpet.
Nice.
They've been awesome partners throughout the whole year 2024, and 2024 is almost over. So,
yep. And just a peek of that too, we're already talking to the team, the businesses that are on here right now, and we've had a couple of businesses approach us, and we approach a couple more. So hopefully we can get some more banners on here, and we'll keep this going for 2025. Gary and I talked about this offline, and we'll make it official right now. Gary, are you still wanting to do this?
Yeah, I think so. Sure.
You having fun?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Great.
All right.
Great. We talk to people from in different, like, I guess you'd say genres too, like our regional drag racing, and like even like the drag week, drag and drive friends on my side that I have. Good feedback from them guys.
Yep.
Good feedback every. So
like we were talking about walking back to the hotel, I think it was Friday, where talking to Lance and just 2 or 3 others, where we're just talking about the show. And you got to remember, everyone, a year ago we were just kicking this off, but now it's more like, oh yeah, I know it. Yeah, I'll come on. I know what you guys are doing.
Yeah,
and you kind of feel like, okay, we set the platform.
It's working. Yeah.
And so, which is great. And we're just trying to be a platform of communication, which even, over there with Tim and Weld Racing, he actually has some good ideas for us. And so I can see them coming on as well and give them back. And he's got some good ideas. So it's good to see that too. So we'll see where it goes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Devin's doing top secret. Super top secret. Oh my
God. Super top secret. Man.
Like super troopers. Yeah.
It's a good thing it's a good thing it's not super duper top secret. That'd be like over the top.
That's like double dog area,
Man.
I see B Wise watching.
Brian, evening fellas. Hey, Brian Wise over there tearing up his car.
He was.
He's working
on it.
Yep.
Cool.
Let's roll into some stuff we did here.
All right, what do you got?
Bam. This is a no-brainer. PRI show. That's where we was at. That's what we did for 3.5 days.
Yeah. We got all of our steps in and checked some boxes off and saw some people and hung out with some manufacturers, asked some questions. Yeah.
Yep. And I seen that they've already, no, I shouldn't say already. They've already got the dates out for 2025.
Oh.
And I think 2026 also, but I didn't pay attention to those numbers. But PRI 2025, December 11, 12, 13. So mark your calendar.
Mark it.
Pack your bag. You got your bag packed ready? You ready?
Get your toothbrush.
ready to go.
Yep. Lock it in, Gary.
Yep. I haven't got on my calendar yet, but it'll get there.
Oh yeah. 11th and the 13th. All right.
11, 12, 13. Almost pretty much the same numbers, just shifted.
Yeah. It's almost like we're going backwards too, because PRI, then Texas is in November. We got the Titans. We know what Mad's doing. We have to see what Ozark's doing. I mean, the schedules are coming together.
Yeah.
Still waiting on what? Flying H? I think that was the last one.
Yep. Flying H and Mr. Harper, when he said he couldn't make it, he said he still had a little tightening up to do on his schedule on his end. So no big deal. No worries.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all good. It'll happen when it happens. Plenty of time.
Right.
We traveled with Tanner and Jamie, and we hooked up with TJ also. He was on the same flight. TJ Johnson.
Yep.
We all rolled out of Wichita together.
Yep.
Got
Gary, you need to charter us a plane next year. Be a little nicer.
Man, I don't have any connections there.
That's my late, isn't it? I forgot.
It is. Come on.
That's right. All right, I'll leave that one. Let me work on that.
I can weld them together.
Right there in Indy, we could act like we're bringing one over, just fueling it up for a few days. There you go.
Yeah, I can weld them together, but I can't summons them up for a pickup.
Right.
You know,
A couple vice presidents.
so, over here.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh man, tell
Yeah.
them about this deal right here. This is awesome.
Yeah, we well, this is called Giorgio's Pizza. It is right across the street from our motel, and Gavin and I discovered this a few years ago. And when you get in, we've got in late enough that it was closed, and so we ended up eating down at Five Guys Burgers, and that's not spectacular. But when you get in early enough, we can get across the street here, and we've planned that for the last few years to get in early enough to go across the street, and they whip up however, whatever kind of pizza you want, whatever kind of stuff you want on it.
Yeah.
And they'll cook it right there, and then we go back across the street to the motel and
it's
set up
10 steps,
Yeah, just right across the street, hit the lobby there and have some drinks and eat some delicious pizza. And
it's New York style too. It's really good.
It's delicious, man. I'd like to have some right now.
I let everybody know this was a 5-pound trip. So if you went, you gained 5 pounds. With all
it's like,
and after all the walking too, you still gain 5 pounds.
Well, we'd be over there eating till I don't know 9 or 10 o'clock at night, and then go to bed and get up at 6:30 and in the restaurant at 7, eating again.
Yeah, it's a big buffet there. I mean, it's awesome. Woo! Yep, it's awesome.
But that's a good place to eat. Good, it's really good pizza. It's kind of kicks off the beginning of our trip once we hit Indy, and Tanner's not in this picture. He was across the street holding down a table for us in the lounge.
Yeah. And it was packed there too. We saw a lot of racers there just hanging out, bellied up to the bar, hanging out in the tables. Just, they had a big banner, welcome race fans, and super nice old style hotel, all downtown. I mean, pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty fun.
Yeah. See Brandon Ash, Tony Whitmore watching, Jim Robson watching. The Sunday night boys are here.
The Sunday night boys. Yeah, we get into the show. This is a post after that at some point, but and which will make the picture with it. But Shelly Phillips, she tagged Tony and Adam. She said Adam was recognized in the Pro Charger booth at PRI. It was pretty cool to see his name listed with some pretty big names in racing. So proud of how well he's done so far. Can't wait for racing season to get here.
Yes.
And they had a really cool picture of all three of them. Definitely got to be proud parents there with Adam and that trophy and being recognized by Pro Charger.
Yeah, that was an awesome moment. And just seeing them too, talking to them about that moment there and their whole, this year of racing, and they're already grinding for next year, getting parts and pieces and new car coming off the jig and, talking about selling the 4th gen. And it was just great running into Adam and Tony here and just chatting it up for a little bit. So, yeah.
Yeah. And when we, it was kind of out of line with the direction we go as we go through their building. But as we made our way across the Pro Charger booth, we went right in there, headed right to that board of names. And the very first one, you recognize, that it was alphabetically, but Adam was the top. He was the first name on that giant list of names.
Yeah. It was so cool seeing it up there. And you make a good point, because if you think about it, you're trying to, like Dennis the Menace, run through this so you don't miss any vendors. But like we kind of did a sidestep just to see him up there, and then we circled back to the regular scheduled program, if you will. But that was such a cool deal to see that. So, yeah.
Yep. Now, this is a cool picture here, too. Adam holding the trophy and pointing at his name up there. He's on the top there.
Yeah. Yeah. Great.
Yeah. Really cool.
And I bet right there, that moment when, the family's there taking that photo and all that hard work, throughout the year, probably was just for that moment, you know what I mean? And it was all well worth it there. So,
yeah. And it was going to be his or Jake's. Yeah. And it came down to the last race.
Yeah.
That decided it.
Yeah. Sure enough.
So good job to the Phillips crew, the Phillips team, Goose and everybody.
Yeah.
Awesome job.
Yeah. We didn't get to see our boy Goose, did we?
I know. No, there was no bright orange lurking around. Nope, we didn't see no goose.
He's back there making money, you know, got bills to pay.
Yep, he's probably holding the fort down.
Yeah, got race car parts to buy, you know.
That's right.
So it was awesome. Yeah, very cool.
Yep. You mentioned Mitch Brown.
Yeah,
got a photo with Mitch there.
heck yeah, man. Oh, Mitch, I haven't seen him for
Superstar Mitch.
Oh yeah, Top Fuel Harley. So
Didn't he finish number 2 in points, right?
Number 2 in the world there, NHRA, and yeah, he's just an awesome guy, and you know, just like one of these guys that you know I've known since I was knee high, you know, 10 years old, running around here with Marty and Flip and that whole group. So he came up behind me, you know, kind of put me and like grabbed me. It's like, who is this? You know, I hardly recognized last time I saw him. He had his hair a little shorter, you know. I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, just walking around, putting in business.
Yep. He was with Todd Martin from Tulsa, you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Out with Todd. And yeah, it was good to see him. We, you know, of course, we saw him a little bit later. And just kind of say hi, but we sat and chatted here for a few minutes. But yeah, it was good seeing him. Man, I don't want to, correct me if I'm wrong, but is that Tina and Dave's truck right there we're standing next to?
Yeah.
Remember on the
that was right in front of the Crier booth.
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, because we were heading that way, but it was before the show even opened, so it wasn't yet. But we were able to get in there, but yeah, that's a cool moment there. I haven't seen him for a minute. Same hometown.
That's right. Later on, as the show got progressing, we ended up over at the Holly booth, and it was a busy place because Devin and his awesome race car was in that booth.
Yeah, big earn, man. Take a number to talk to Devin. I mean, get in line. I mean, you needed to, you know, like your Marshall and airplanes in, you know, to come in to be able to talk to him. And holy cow, the car was just immaculate. They did such a great job taking it all the way down to nothing and building it back up. And in
a short time, too. They just recently did that.
Yeah, right. Seriously. And all the, you know, the partners he had to put together to make that happen, you know, with his team, you know, and then of course the wiring. I think he probably had a hand in that, I would say. But you can see even Jamie right there to the right, just that thing over but yeah, that thing looks just as good in person. So I'm excited to see it at the racetrack, see what it does. So yeah.
We got a picture with him. And we even talked about it here. We're going to get him on the show. It's going to be fun and exciting. The time has to be right. We're going to get him on. It really more so needs to work with his schedule because we know what we're doing every Sunday night at 7:00. So
and he's too. And just to put it out there, let's just review the apparel we got on right now in this picture. So you see, I'm correct. I'm correct right there. So I knew this was coming, so I wore the right shirt.
Then you peeled your zipper deal off, and
I did. I pulled my little deal off. I knew this was coming, and then I don't know. What did you have on that one? I don't remember.
Forced inductions, turbos. Yeah.
Of course, Tanner's looking the part, so it was a good shot there. And even as soon as we were taking this, one of the handlers came and called him, summons him over, and he had to go do something else, sign autographs or whatever it was. And
I was loading up these pictures, and I thought I had a fat head till I saw my head next to his. He's got a big old head on him. He's a super cool dude.
The angle of the camera is what it is, Gary.
I think so. Yeah. I was like, man, he's got a big old noggin on him there.
XL.
Yeah, and we're telling him about bringing him on. He's like, just call me anytime. And it's like, well, no, it's not. Yeah, it's not like any time because
just call me 15 minutes before the show starts.
Right. Call him right now. Let's go.
Yeah, we're ready. You said anytime.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's gonna be a ton of fun.
Yeah. And I asked him if Laura was there too. He said she couldn't make the trip because I wanted to meet her in person. Because I mean, that's who I talk to all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get parts and stuff. And of course, soon as I found out she was loved Disney, then that connected with my daughter Lauren. And so, oh man, we just have all the stories there.
And the dog, right? Don't you guys
Yeah,
don't you have the same
got,
type of dog? Yeah.
they got the bulldog as well. So it's all about that. So yeah, that's awesome. Good people right here. Good people.
Yep.
Yeah.
Super cool, dude.
Now when we were here talking to Holly, Gary and I, this is totally not true, but Gary and I were deciding we need to change the name to Holly Tech. And so you got Fuel Tech, Hall Tech, and then you need Holly Tech. And then, so it would be, and so they're going to go back to the board and vote on it. So see how that goes. It's totally not true. Don't believe any of that.
Well, I spent about 20 minutes with the Holly EFI letters. I spent about 20 minutes in Canva trying to find the same letters to add tech on the end. But I legit spent too much time trying to find. There's so many fonts available, through what, and I'm like, I'm wasting too much time trying to do this. But so I just I'm like, oh, forget it.
Here, Holly Tech 2.0, the new Dominator.
That's right.
It's coming out, which we were surprised going in. Like, this was one of the first ones we saw. That's why it's earlier in the pictures here, and we were looking for an announcement, because this thinking it was going to happen. Haven't heard anything, but Holly Tech 2.0. Hey, Russell Foreman, and Holly and Russell right there, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I still, a little bit of me believes that there might have been something under his dash that still may look like the same box, but
Yep.
And it was tempting because he said, treat it like it's your car. And me and Tanner was like, we should lay up underneath that dash and just snoop around.
I know. He probably got one of those fonts like new cars, the button start, you know what I mean? And, oh, the thing was beautiful. Carbon fiber tubs and floor. I mean, it was just, I think it was awesome. What's cool is up on jacks, you can kind of look around a little bit and not break your back. And such an awesome build. A couple other things, like we talked about it, the color.
White.
Holly.
It's fast.
Yeah.
It used to be small block Ford powered too.
It used to be.
And it was fast.
It was fast then. I think it went 40s or 30s back in the day.
Yes. I think it went 30s.
Yeah. Yeah. So a lot of stuff in common there, But good dude. Good dude.
Yep. Lots of fun. This is fun. Here is remember this? This is the
proud he is, man. He gets to see his Papa Gary for real.
I'm thinking maybe I was the first guy to get a picture with him. I don't know.
I'm being serious. You got to tell this story, man. This is awesome. Well, so let me set it up for you.
Okay.
We're in the dart booth, right? And we're looking at iron blocks. We're looking at aluminum blocks. And this is all LS stuff. And then we're also, you see big block Chevy there. You see small block Ford and that sort of thing. And we're getting ready to leave. But Gary's like, no, I got one more question I want to ask. And so what was your question?
Yeah. So I was curious about weight, like the same big block and the same LS block, iron block, aluminum head, blah, blah, blah. So I asked a guy that wasn't talking to anybody. I said, hey, I'm curious about weight differences. And he goes, well, talk to this guy or this guy. And the closest guy that he pointed to, I wish I remembered the name. It was a known engine builder. Like if I said the name, you would know it. It was, and I don't remember the name, but I'm like, he's probably got legit conversation going on. I'm not going to bother him. So Mitchell was the other guy. So I waited for him to get done talking to the guy he was talking to. And he got done. I said, hey, I got a weight question. So described the situation, and he produced a number difference. And, there's component differences, weight also. And so we talked about that. And I mentioned, engine builder Mark Brown and Slime. And he's like, oh yeah, I know Mark. And man, we just sent him a block, 9.4 DAG, Cleveland, Maine, 937 bush lifter deal, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, that's my block. You just described my block.
Like it just
Mark just got it. He just got it like 2, maybe 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So
I was telling Gary, this is the doctor that delivered your block.
That's right.
Picture.
Yeah. Yeah. And we found out that Mark works hand in hand with him quite a bit on projects, and so that was just kind of funny, the circumstance that got put together with that and Mitchell. So we got a picture with Mitchell, and that's pretty funny.
Well, and like you guys struck off a conversation. Me and Tanner just kind of hanging back listening, and you were just firing off these questions, and he was just like answering them. And that didn't happen in every booth.
Right. No.
I'm just a sales guy. I don't know anything technical. And, you know what I mean? Like, and he was just firing them off. It was a good conversation. And so that was cool and the funniest part is we were getting ready to leave, and you're like, whoa, hold on just one second. Let me ask. And, and which turned into 20 minutes, which was awesome. It was like, holy cow, this is the dude right here.
Yep.
So that was awesome.
Yeah, that's funny. Good dude. He was fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I bet we got pretty close on a weight number ish, close guesstimate ish. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Nice piece just seeing that in person,
Charles McPherson watching. Hey, Charles.
What's up, Mr. 580?
Mr. 580.
Mr. Vacation every other week.
Mr. Vacation and winning. He wins and vacations. Here's Tanner having
there he is. Look at that.
Way too good a time.
Man. And this is not a massage chair. That's what people are asking me. Was he getting a massage? And where are we at? Kirky at this point, right?
Yeah. This is the Kirky booth, and I don't know what he's sitting on there, but it's sure making him smile.
Well, what happened was we were giving him a hard time because we were doing the booths, and just to put it out there, the bathroom's right on the other side of the aisle, so everybody was just kind of sitting there, waiting and everything. And so, after 7 hours and 7 miles, you're ready to take your load off your feet for a second. And so we took this first picture, and of course, he's just sitting there all. And so I started giving him a hard time. I go, that's how you smiled at the Texas photo at 6:15 in the morning, in the winter circle. Let's see you smile. And then he cracked that bad boy open. So I
click,
got it real quick. So yeah, he's having a good time. Of course, they were actually looking at this for their car as well to see if that was what they were wanting to use. There was 3 or 4 of them lined up there. So yeah, it was a good time. This was at the end of day 1, wasn't it? Kind of rolling down and yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they had a bunch of them containment seats there, and I sat in a couple of them. Pretty cozy. Was digging it.
Oh yeah, especially when your dogs are barking. You're just like,
oh man,
oh my goodness. Yeah, I broke in a set of shoes. So yeah.
Yeah, my butt cheek and my knee hurt for 2.5, 3 days straight.
Oh yeah.
I need to get Dr. Dave to fix all that.
Yeah. Hey, Kurt and Shelly's got a question. There you go.
Shelly and Kurt says, did you guys go look at the simulation, the racetrack? No.
And some of the simulation I looked at, if they're just talking about where they're sitting in the seat and they have the monitors kind of wrapped around you.
We did see that one. It was, moving and all that. We walked by it, but
and then throughout too, they would have different ones there. And I think they're talking over there by the trailers is where they have that set up. And to be honest with you, this caught my eye because at Textron, we have a whole business unit that does this simulation, and they build those up for pilot training. And so it's the same setup. You're just in a pilot seat and throttles and everything. And so that's a big business right there. And so,
and that portion of the stadium has changed quite a bit over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
That, where the Goodyear and Mickey Thompson semi was back there.
Yeah.
Like in front of that was like the food deal and a lot of tables out there, and there really wasn't much else. And then there was the little display of, I think what they call it, it's out in the aisle as you're going between.
Yeah.
The product showcase stuff used to kind of be in there. Now it's got a bunch of them simulators, and then that other little enclosed area for stuff. So they've really changed that to highlight the simulation stuff.
Yeah, really good stuff.
What do we got? Okay, yeah. Let's see. Yes, that was
it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we didn't. We went over to look for something to eat. We didn't spend much time. We were hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Thursday night led into the buffet and the drinks and
a little social hour. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
good time. We got there and I didn't see that one.
Shelly and Kurt, did you see the Ford sponsorship one with one driver and multiple that got to go for the ride? No.
I missed that. That'd been cool.
Yeah.
That was by the stadium as well.
Really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, we're in this. We're actually, of course, in the Lucas Oil Stadium here where the Colts play, and it's right off the side there. And so to get up to this point, you have to take an escalator that at this, it's kind of roped off, and so it's just cattle coming in, and so we're getting a little closer. You kind of do this duck walk or pinion walk just to kind of get a little closer. And I told Jamie, and he's like, "What are we doing?" And because you're just shoulder to shoulder, 500 feet. I go, just here in a minute, they're going to pull this tape and everybody's just going to kind of not run, but walk real fast up these escalators to try to get in this food line real quick. So just be ready. And so sure enough, man. And so there were so many people, there's the escalators going up. Usually one goes up, one goes down, but at this point they're both going up. And then in the center, there's 10 feet of stairs. Yeah, that's right. Free beer. That's exactly right.
That's what it was.
Yeah. And there's these stairs. And so you just pick your lane and we didn't make the escalator. So we had to go
we stayed
stairs, and we were pacing with the escalator, you know what I mean? And there's, 100 people behind us. So you can't miss your step,
No.
And you talk about herding cats or cattle. And so we get to the top and sure enough, man, the top toe, Tanner's toe grabs it. He's falling. And I don't know if he bumped up against you or me to keep his balance. And then so we start going left and Jamie was going straight. I go, left, Jamie, left. Because that whole free beer and buffet area was right there. And that was that. And so we were one of the first ones in line, man. It was great.
And we get up there and somebody said something about cookies and Tanner's radar immediately went green and he started headed to the cookies and it's like, no, this way, over here. Go get the food.
Yes. Oh, that was a great time. So there you get all your stuff, you get in line, get your food, that pork sliders and just the fixins and a free beer. Chicken waffle. Yeah. Bacon and some salad or what was that? Coleslaw and some other chips and dip. And then you, go get your beer or your mixed drink and all the beer was free. And then they have it roped off here. We can go sit and just kind of chill out. We got music going and, just sit there and eat. And then you can walk around. So we chilled out right here for about an hour. And, of course, went back for seconds or thirds and had popcorn. And then after that, we decided to make our way down to the football field.
I came back I went and got 2 more drinks. I got two Jack and Cokes to begin with. Drank one before we got seated, carried one to sit here, drank it, ate the food. Getting one is dumb. I got 2 hands.
Sure.
So I went back and got 2 more Jack and Coke, came back, got my butt sat in my seat, went to set the other one on the floor and about, I don't know, probably 5 inches off the ground. I was holding up the top ring, it slips out of my hand and there's a whole Jack and Coke on the floor. So,
clean up in aisle two.
Clean up. So I went quickly from 2 Jack and Cokes to 1 Jack and Coke. Yeah. And so, whatever.
Yeah, I see Jason Metcalf watching and Kimberly West Shote
watching.
West. We ran into West, talked to him for a little bit.
We did, the Shote crew.
Yeah, it was good seeing him.
Met 2 new fellows with him that we didn't know before. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good talking.
I don't remember their name, but we saw them.
Sure. And, just talk about the Titans coming up and the combo class, if you will, and what everybody thought of that. And just, it was just good running into them. And and visiting for a little bit and what they got going on, and good time. It's always good seeing Missouri.
Yep. Good conversation, good feedback. Yeah, it was great talking to them guys.
Yeah, class act. Yeah, there we go.
This is like the face forward view from our eating chairs. Yeah.
Now that first trailer on the bottom left, did you put you put a hold on that one? Was that the one that was 849,000? That toter?
I think it was. Now I was interested in the $1 million rig over
the
row over
next to Kai Kelly's Pro Mod Killer.
Yeah, the $850,000 Peterbilt and the $200,000 trailer. Why not?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You guys were out mingling around, and I was standing there. Me and Jamie was that tractor was super cool. Sat really low, white, really awesome looking. And I said, man, I couldn't afford to keep this thing washed, let alone diesel and maintenance and the payment. Holy cow.
Yeah. But no, it was cool walking through there because, myself, I'm looking for a little, maybe new trailer, not going to get too crazy, but so I was just getting some ideas. And so, of course, trailer prices, all they've done is gone up, from when you bought yours and stuff. So, but it's good stuff. Yeah. It's like Kurt and Shelley saw that one too. It was very nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was super. That thing was bad. Yeah,
That's
it was.
It. See, they had a PRI Show discount. You probably just had to put like 10% down. You know what I mean?
Would that even be that wouldn't even be a scratch, would it?
$100K. Just write a check for $100K and take it out the back door.
Woo! Man. Oh wait, let's pay tax on that too. Yeah, Brandon, good point. If you're spending $850, what's another $150?
Exactly.
Yeah, they weren't. Their target buyer wasn't us.
Nah. Well, there was trailers for us. I mean, to be honest with you, there's some 28, 32s, and even goosenecks that are 40, and
the little
they were like 30 to 80.
The little Intech trailer with no skin and no roof. That was. You remember that?
Yeah, the little they kind of just showed you the insides, how it's built, the framing, and everything. Yeah,
that's where we need to start. Let's start there.
Yeah, Phil's Trailers was there. Got to see some of his products. It was good. Yeah,
that Peterbilt semi was awesome, man. It was so cool.
Yeah.
And I was pointing to the front of it to Jamie. I'm like, is it sitting in here on the floor on air ride down, or does it need, because that giant bumper was just a little bit off the ground. Like you gonna drive this down interstate like this?
Yeah, I'm sure
super close.
It had to be bagged. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
Yeah.
It was sure cool.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding. Well, that one had on the front had like a top was the mini split, in the middle was the air compressor, and at the bottom was the generator. Had this like maintenance door you opened up that was like 10 feet tall. You're like,
just walk in.
Stuff,
Walk in like a boiler room.
Yeah, exactly. Look at the Champ.
Did it run? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Brandon, any salvage title deals? They would probably, you need the doors over there. Y'all need to leave.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be funny to play that.
Yeah, I got a little scratch on it right here. Got a little scratch. Let's write this one off. Yeah.
Yep. Kurt said it's on air.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Yeah, we walked by and had to see this car. Of course, this was Kai's trailer, so they just had the car pushed out of it and fresh off his $50,000 Pro Mod win there. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, that was cool seeing that up close. And, man, he broke the internet last week.
For sure.
I mean? Golly.
Yeah, it's like he said in a post, he goes, I feel like the Hawktua girl.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
Yep.
Got to be on the Shake and Bake show. And I'd never seen more comments about Sesame Street and Cheeto.
Oh, yeah.
And all that. Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see that me where, it's from Remember the Titans, but he's talking about who's your daddy? Like he's talking to Stevie Jackson, who's your daddy? And Donald Long, the coaches in the back,
Who's your daddy?
Is it your team or is it my team? And he's like, it's your team. It's yours. Oh my goodness.
I haven't listened to that shake and bake episode yet. I'll catch it. Yeah. I'll catch it one of these days when I go back to work.
There you go. Hey, I see Nick Weaver's watching.
Hey, Nick. He says, "What's up, fellas? Howdy, Nick."
Yeah. Catching up here.
We're just goofing off with some PRI fun.
Yep. You got Babyface with you? You guys in the shop?
Y'all gather around the shop. So we left the trailers that we couldn't afford and walked back to a little bit of reality. And you took this picture, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
What happened here?
Oh, there's a story. So we're walking back up these escalators, and I seen this corner of my eye. It's outside. Well, of course, it's one of those deals too. The show's kind of over, so if you leave, you can't come back in. You know what I mean? One of those situations. Well, I go over to this little door, and so I told Gary, "Go, come here, let me back in." And so I'm out less than 30 seconds.
You're like, if something like it as you walk by headed to, you're like, if I can't get back in, let me back in.
Yeah, let me back in. You got to open this door for me.
And it is cold out.
Oh, it's like 6 degrees. It is cold. And so I open this door. I get my phone ready, and the door, I can't even get there quick enough to take the picture and then try to grab the door before it closes, and it's locked. And so, like, it's like downtown, out in the middle. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to get back in. And of course, Tanner and JV and Gary are staring at me. And so Gary comes and opens the door up, and I see back in, and of course, here's security,
I said, she wants to see you.
Yeah, she wants to talk to you. I was like, hey, have a good night.
She called security. You need to go see her.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Nothing but a good time. It was worth the picture.
And, they could have kicked us all out.
Yeah.
He asked about Brian. He said he's probably sleeping.
Is it time? Is it a little sleepy? Yeah.
Nick says, how did Mickey's car look in there? It looked awesome.
Oh, yeah. I think we got a picture of that too coming.
Yeah. Yep.
Definitely.
This is going to get tore apart tomorrow at work.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. The car. Right.
Oh, heck yeah.
That's what a job. What a cool job, man.
Absolutely.
Wow. Yeah, it looked really good.
Yeah.
All them high-end Pro Mods look just like they're brand new. They're so clean, so nice.
Yeah.
Whew. Here's the tree at the Circle Center, just right out by our motel.
Yeah. And
that's always lit up every year. Looks really cool.
It is really nice downtown. I mean, they got these carriages, go around with these horses like Cinderella, and just it's really nice down there. And I think I've seen this tree, I think it's just basically a row of lights.
Yeah.
But everybody that was doing their Facebook posts had this tree, in it at one point or the other at some angle. And where we stay at, if we're lucky enough with the room, it's right out our window, just right there, sticking right at it. And so really cool atmosphere down there. Yeah.
Kurt and Shelley talking about Mickey's car.
Yeah.
They drove it out. I've seen that video driving it out. Yeah. And Swanstrom fired up his car inside there. I've seen that. Did you see that?
I saw that. Yeah. I don't know if he was supposed to, because that was still during the show.
No firing up cars in the center, and he fires it up.
Man, can you imagine if, like, the sprinkler system would have went off? Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
The smell of the fuel. Whew.
Yeah.
Street cars. Yep.
There you go.
Little hot chocolate place we dipped into to get ice cream and hot chocolate. And there's this bear. We see this bear every year.
Every year. It's like a little tradition. This is just around the corner from the pizza place. And so going there, and the place is packed, and so going there, and it looks like you're feeding the bear some Mountain Dew or something.
Yeah, I was sharing my Mountain Dew with the bear.
Yeah, but going there, and they got everything in there: candy, hot chocolate, ice cream, drinks. I mean, it's just a nice little social place. But that's a little tradition there.
And Kurt says, "Did you see the 4-minute video of them driving them?" I did not. I do not think.
Mickey, I saw the one Mickey driving out.
I seen the one just kind of taking the car out, but I didn't. If
Also,
that was it, I didn't watch all of it.
I saw a Phantom also cruising the streets and
yes,
yeah, in
I
Murder.
seen that. It was really cool.
Yeah, yeah, that's right, Nick. The old bear's all pumped up in Mountain Dew.
Pumped up on Mountain Dew. Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, Justin. Okay, yeah, no, I didn't see that one. It must have been Justin Swanson had the 4-minute video.
Okay, no, I didn't see that either.
Check that out. Look
yeah,
at that. Yeah.
I have to go find that.
Yeah.
We back to some pictures inside. This was probably maybe a combo of Thursday and Friday stuff, but this Ryan Harget's Drag and Drive Camaro, and what's it got for power plant?
Coyote, Ford Coyote, right?
Coyote.
Yeah, with some Hertz turbos, right? Or those HPTs? What are those?
I think HPT.
Yeah.
Man, the car is so clean out there in that engine bay. Whoo!
It looked good, and we got here where we could get a picture of it, and I mean, there was people all around this thing the whole time. Just attention to detail, nothing out of the way. It wasn't no afterthoughts like, oh, we'll put this here and run this hose over here. I mean, it was just so nice. What is this? A second generation Camaro, like a 70, right?
Yeah, like a kind of a stretched Pro Modi type body. Yeah.
Yeah, this thing looked really good. Yeah. It was kind of in the back area. Wasn't this in the second building, right? In the back of the second building? So
I don't remember. I think it was in the AFCO booth.
Yeah.
I think. I don't remember 100% for sure.
Yeah. But this thing looked good.
Their red Lexus runs out of fuel at the end of the video.
Oh, it's crazy. But
Brian Carpenter watching. You see Brian?
What's up, Carp?
Brian?
Just a little PRI recap here.
There's Mickey's Camaro.
Yeah.
So clean.
Yeah. Yeah. He's in the Hertz turbo booth, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Got to see them. They're kind of up front. And of course, this thing is just rolling. When you have a car that they're making rules around and changing the rules, adding weight, start out with, you can have I don't even know. I'm just throwing numbers out here, but 98 to 94s. Now he has around 88s or whatever it is. Add 50 pounds. He's just keeping the rule committee. If John Shears is still watching, I'm sure he understands that, with these cars. But that thing just it's just as nice in person. And of course, being kind of local to us at Flying H, we've got to see it in person a few times, in the beams and making passes but yeah. Yeah, Nick knows that cat.
BDM Mark, yep.
Yeah, he works there, right? Heck yeah. Yeah. But yeah. Beautiful car.
Yep, nice car. I've always liked this car. Lotus 57. Yeah. It's a really cool piece.
Yeah. Lotus 57. And for me, this was one of my, I had 5 stops I wanted to make. And
that's right.
Was one of them. And so I was getting a hold of Chris, who's making me a set of headers right now for the new motor. And just the bolt pattern is a little different from what I got now. And I just want to have extra things laying around in case I need to swap back and forth. And so we just went over the details, and it was just great. You talk to someone on the phone and hand them your money, and it's just nice meeting them in person and chatting it up for a minute. And, just like Tristan, he worked at Precision, bought a turbo from in there. Then he ran over to Motion Raceworks, bought a turbo from in there, or bought fuel stuff from in there.
Yep.
And now he's over with HPT. Got to see him again. So it's building relationships, what it's about.
That's right.
But this 57 looks just as good in person as it does on the TV shows. But just very cool.
Yeah, I like that car. I like their black one too.
Yeah.
What is this? Okay, this was a Pro Mod looking thing. Wasn't this like the Christine body?
Yeah, the Plymouth.
Yeah,
this thing just was getting all the views, and even on my little Facebook, I shared this, and everybody was complimenting it. It looked good. Now there was a little discussion of what wheel color it should be between our little group. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. That's old Lutz. You bet.
Did you see the hydro car? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Nick Weaver says, "Did you guys count your steps at the PRI show? You didn't get to do that, did you? Your system?
I didn't do the steps. I did the miles. Is what I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think Jamie was just doing miles too, right?
Yeah. 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 And so it was 7 the first day and 8 the second day. Yeah. And Kurt and Shelley, we saw the Red 57. It was on the other side of the
okay.
work. That's what that was. We're talking about
the hydro car.
Yeah.
Okay. Right on. Okay. I remember seeing it. I didn't look at it. There's a bunch of people around it too. I didn't get real close to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And another vote for polished.
Yeah. What does Nick say? Oh, he likes the all black.
Looks like black and chrome. Look better all black.
Yeah. So
right
this car was super nice. And it was a blow through deal. Were they in the blow through? Right?
Let's see. It was in that Indy Cylinder Heads booth.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Indy Motor.
Yeah, Indy Cylinder Heads. So a Pro Charger and a blow through. This thing will probably have fuel injection on it in the future.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be my guess.
Yeah. There was another motor there, Indy motor with one of those blow throughs on it. So he probably gonna run Hollytech.
Hollytech, that's right. Get him hooked up with some Hollytech.
Yeah, 2.0.
Okay, there's that. Yeah, and Bryant Goldstone debuted his new Dragon Drive Unlimited Corvette. And I think he snuck this under a lot of people's noses. And they debuted it here at PRI and unveiled it. And pretty crazy looking car.
Oh, yeah. That thing is just beautiful. Tanner called it too. It was under the cover there with the headlights.
Yeah.
But the night
Kurt
before,
knows what's up.
Oh,
Kurt knows. Hollytech.
Hollytech for the win.
Yep. It's better if it's tech, right?
It's all tech.
That makes you smarter.
It's all tech these days.
Yeah, and Bryant's Javelin was there also.
Mm-hmm.
I forget where it was at.
Yeah. Did
so
you
much
catch what power plant was in this one by chance? I didn't catch it.
I did not.
Yeah.
No.
I didn't know, and so I just didn't know if you knew. But
I would imagine a big block Chevy. I think his father-in-law is a engine builder and has always had a big hand in his engine program for his Javelin. So I would suspect the same probably for this car. Yeah.
It's cool. They kept the paint schemes kind of the same. And
yeah. Did you look inside, like how detailed it was in there?
Oh, yeah. With
little, like,
floor and everything.
Yeah. Little tray, USB and stuff. Yeah. It was really cool, thought out. Larry, what's Larry say? PRI, where our chair is the most valuable thing in the convention center.
Ain't that the truth, boy? Yeah.
That'd be back to the Kirky booth then. Yeah. where a chair. Yeah. No kidding.
Ain't that the truth? Yeah. Everybody was lining up, sitting in the Kirky booth,
Yeah, I think I'm gonna buy a Kirky.
Yeah, let me sell this next one. I don't know.
Let me think about it for 30 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
Just go away and I'll come back later. This is a really clean Chevy too.
Yes.
Well, was this in the Wolf booth?
Yes, it was.
That was at Wolf Aircraft. They Wolf Aircraft, Kurt will know them, with aluminum tubing and stainless tubing and all that. And a real clean car, real nice.
On the ground, it's a small tire car. Looked real good.
It was a little LS, wasn't it?
Yeah, LS with twins, and I think it's on slicks too, but maybe a 29. And really nice car on the ground, of course, but yeah.
Didn't catch it, and I didn't catch a name on the car.
Same. But yeah, it looked good. A lot of I just appreciate that, just under the engine and all the
well, it's white. Look at it.
Well, yeah. I mean, wheels, how can you go wrong? You know?
I know.
Yeah.
Even when it's not a Mustang.
Yeah, that's it.
We slipped by the weld booth and chatted with Tim Purdue for a while.
Heck yeah.
Had a fun, good conversation with him. Got some good feedback.
Really did. He loves the show, and just talking about production and how the business is going for them, and for 2024 and 2025. Got to see my wheel right there on the display, and we talked to him 30, 40 minutes, you know, and just about the KC area and things that are going on, but yeah, that's it was good meeting him in person, because he'll chime in here on the show, and he actually has some good ideas for us to help this little program we're doing here on the show. So we'll circle back with him.
Yep,
he wants to be involved. So that's.
I would suspect when things settle down post PRI, he'll probably reach out with some ideas or something. So
yeah, definitely help keep this deal going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kurt says that Camaro was badass. Also, that Chevy 2 was nice. And I imagine Tom Bailey and his Camaro was in the gear vendor booth, I think. So I didn't get a good look at Tom's Camaro, but I did see the paint was different, like a pace car, white and orange. So it looked different, looked cool, something different.
Right. They were giving away that other stalker.
Yeah.
So they matched that up, the official pace car, 69 Camaro, white with the orange interior type stripes and everything. Yep, the pace car.
Looky right here. There's Bryant.
Oh, there it is. Heck yeah.
There's Bryant with the answer. It's a SMX by Robbins Racecraft.
There it is. Yeah, it is. Man, your car's beautiful. Look good. Congratulations.
Both cars.
Yeah, exactly. Holy cow. So, very cool.
Right.
See that stuff in person. I mean, that's worth the flight right there, just to see this stuff in person, you know.
Yeah, really awesome car, Brian. You guys did a great job. Did a great job keeping it secret too.
I know. Had the car cover over it and everything.
We hooked up with the Phillips. We saw them. You know, it's funny because 20 minutes before this is like, man, wish we could get a picture with the Phillips.
Yeah.
And then, boom,
showed up right behind us. Hey guys. Yeah.
I think we was in the Peterson booth, and man, I'd like to go back to that Peterson booth right now.
Yeah, I bet. We'll save that for later. But go ahead.
Yeah, we was there, and the Phillips, two of the three of their crew, they popped up, and we chatted with them guys, and they gave us a little update on where they're at with their winter Camaro project, and
moving right along.
Yeah.
You know, still got some fab work to do, and it's getting ready to come off the jig, and you know, they're just telling us all the parts they had for the Hemi, and things are definitely cooking in their camp for sure. And you know, just
how many Hemi parts do you have?
I mean, you have zero.
Zero, me too.
I have zero big block parts.
Woo!
But yeah, it was just cool to see these guys and chatting it up, and you know, after 30 minutes or whatever, you just get to talking, and they're just like, holy cow, what time is it? And but we had to take a picture with them, and just right before this, I think when we were over there with looking at the Cutlass, we missed Heckman and Jake. I wish I had that one back to get a picture, but
and didn't get a picture of the Cutlass either, I don't think.
I know, we stood there and looked at it for an hour.
I know,
but yeah, it was good running into these cats, and they're just got an awesome program, and they're going to hit the ground running in 2025. So, but
you're ready.
4th gen for sale. If you're looking for a championship winning ride, let's say it how it is. I mean, it's for sale, so you can go get right in with that deal. So he said he had a couple on the hook, so we'll see what happens.
Yep.
And of course, they're just putting their stuff together for the 3rd gen. And you know, after Kai Kelly shocking the world, I think everybody's gonna go buy a 3rd gen, just be another belly button like the Mustang, you know. And
that's right.
But it's great running into. They got an Airbnb, and they were hanging out playing pool, and
are you predicting the 3rd gen will be the new belly button?
Well, it already is. I mean, you know what I mean? and they work as well. And I knew a guy that had one. He had a nice white one, but he sold it.
No.
Yeah. And
His last name was Wise.
And they came out with this new class he could have fit right in. But anyway, that's here nor there.
Yep.
But no, good family right here. Father,
yep,
son.
they're a lot of fun.
Yeah. Had a lot of laughs and jokes and just catching up. And I think right here, right across the aisles where he went and looked at that flex plate.
Yep. Talked to a guy from Missouri about a flex plate and didn't nail that down. That's a little premature for that. So I need a little more info. So that was pretty easy to pull the brakes on that.
And then right before this, we were talking to the guy for the starter, right? Did you get that looked at? The starter?
Yeah. Yes. It's on the way.
I wondered if you put one today. Yeah.
Well, I was going to order two because I like to have spare of stuff that can keep you like dead in the water.
Sure.
But I'm like, because sometimes you need to order stuff that's under $100, and then you end up loading up your basket with stuff because we're dumb, and we'll spend over that $109 to get the free shipping.
Right.
So they hook you, they get you to keep spending.
Right.
So I ordered the starter. I didn't really need nothing else right now, but I'd like to have the starter in place when I do headers.
Sure.
So I thought, well, I'll save the next starter for if I need a couple of them nickel dime pieces that won't get free shipping, I can do that. So
yeah, they call that girl math for racing. And it's like my wife tells me about these Kohl's cash she gets. Oh, I got $10. I got to go run to Kohl's. Got Kohl's cash. Like,
yeah.
So I get it.
That's awesome. Yeah. I was going to order two. And I'm like, wait, I don't need two right now. I need one, but I'll get the other one. I'll pick the other one up later.
Well, it's just good talking to them as well, because I think you kind of had in mind which one you're needed, and they were just kind of, telling you the ins and outs about it. So,
and when I walked up there, I caught like the last quarter of a conversation the dude was having with another person, and it was LS and blah blah. And I'm like, well, I need to listen because he's talking what I need to hear. And then when that guy split, I walked up and I said, hey, LS, dart block hole, whatever. And he's like, this is it. This is the one to have.
Right.
So I took a picture of that part number, and that was that.
Lock it.
So easy. Yeah.
That's good. Making those connections.
Yep. Here you are with your Mel Hamilton crew.
Yeah. So, Nick and Phil, as you can see, I got the purple band around. So I got in through these guys, and you got in through Innovators West, but so they're helping me out. Got my Holly Tech shirt on, and but all serious aside, like this team, if they help me so much with all my consumables and just everything I need to go through them and help me, and I couldn't. It's so much easier, and questions and stuff, I feel like I know them. Like right now, I could call them, Phil or Nick, and they could help me with stuff and go up there and have lunches and do pictures with, trophies. And they're in it to win it. They want to back it, if either roundy round or drag racing, Mel Hamilton Racing's there. And, they had this truck there that they got ready. They've been selling these F-150s on the showroom. Like they can't keep them in stock. They'll put little blowers on them and tires and suspension package, exhaust, they'll do them up. They just can't make them fast enough in their service department. So they brought one there as well. And I know they had 2 or 3 on the hook. I don't know if they sold this one there, but it won't last long. And it was just good seeing them there and getting this picture with them. They were so busy. We had to go back like twice to stop them to get this photo. So they helped me a bunch. And
that's a great crew to have in your corner.
Yeah, definitely.
I was going to give you a shout, like a quick text late this afternoon and say, hey, reach out to Nick and ask him if they sold that truck.
Yeah.
They had some biting on it. So
they sure did. And people were, filling out the paperwork. It's a nice deal. I mean, I think it made, I don't even know, 750 horsepower or something. Had one of those Whipple superchargers on it. Of course, it's those all-wheel drive Coyotes. I mean, they're the scene right now, And
they were hoping somebody would drive it home so they wouldn't have to put it in the trailer and bring it back to Kansas.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Well, and B-Wise had that black one for a little bit when we were at Streetcar Takeover in the spring. We were kind of pitted there, and I ain't lying. I got my Mustang sitting on there, Pro Jacks and stuff, sitting there looking all pretty, and there'd be 10 people walk by my car and go look at his black truck.
That's right.
Right. He goes, I don't get it. I don't know what to tell you. Got
yep.
4-second car here, and they care less. They want to look at these trucks.
Yep.
And I was like, golly. But they're popular. They're popular for sure. But yeah, it's a good group, right here. And I kicked off that relationship a few years back when they asked me to bring my car to their open house. And so we did that, and then just been working with them, and it's been real good. So I really appreciate them.
Yeah. Larry Hunt here from the Titans. He says, looking forward to Mel Hamilton's racing open house again. He says this year, but we know he means next year. Isn't that in February? Isn't that usually when it is?
February, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Do that. So
that's not very far away either.
It isn't. Yeah. Yeah, I keep dropping little hints. I think you did too. That little white Mustang looked pretty good in this booth right here. Wouldn't that be a dream come true?
Yeah. Nick was talking about trying to snatch up like the 10 feet, from what I understood, like behind them. Yeah. Like grab that 10 feet a little bit further. And I said, do you have nice room for a Mustang, a white Mustang there?
That'd be and a little funny thing that was going on, they brought their popcorn machine. And so when you smell popcorn, you can smell popcorn 100 feet away. And so this person behind Phil right here in this blue shirt, he was on duty just making popcorn. He couldn't make it fast enough. People walking around. We were 3 or 4 aisles over after we left, and like, hey, where'd you get that popcorn? And we're like, right over there. And so that was a 1.5 right there, man.
Yeah, it was. We got 3 or 4 bags out. It was really good.
Yeah. Nice little afternoon snack there.
Yep.
Yeah.
We ended up down at the Crowder booth. You mentioned this earlier. We
look at all these winners, man. Golly.
Yeah. I think Tina was engaged in an interview.
Yeah.
Some type of interview going on. So Dave was free.
Yeah.
And
when we say interview, I'm talking like the lights and the real cameras on a tripod, and she's doing her thing, and we're kind of out of the way, but she's over there talking to whoever that was. So we're just bench racing right here. And so it was a good time there. And this is about when the lights start to go out, right?
Yeah. It's in near that 5 o'clock period where the lights went very, very much dimmer than they was.
That's when I start hearing the
drinks. Yeah.
So who's David all in that picture, Gary?
Right to left, that's you and I and David Pierce in the middle there. And Eric Kuhn, he's a super nice guy. He looks pretty mad right there, but he's not. And Chris Stewart, we all know him as Stewie. Yeah. And Jim, the fellow with the goatee in the front here, is Jim Parkinson. And I've known his name for a long time. He does Dragons Drive stuff with a blue, I think it's like a late 70s, early 80s Camaro. Mm-hmm. And he's also a tuner. Tuned by JP is what he goes by. I've never met him before. He knows a lot of the Dragon Drive guys. And Clint Sadowski. Clint's not in this photo. I don't know if one of our photos ended up with Clint, but
yeah, he's just kind of right there.
Yeah, so we got a cool picture with them guys and chatted for a bit, and so it was cool to meet Jim. Real nice guy.
Real nice guy.
Yeah, we talked.
Yes, sorry to cut you off. We talked about Hollytech, Fuel Tech, Tech, and he, this is someone just picking his brain would know, and we got to meet, and I sat there right there. It's like, what's your Facebook deal right here, right now?
Yes.
And so, and then of course, hooking up with Stewie, because Stewie went with us last year to Texas, and so we were kind of talking about this year's trip, and then of course Eric there with the 55, he raced at Arc City Limited. Of course, he had a super year as well. How much did he win at that little Dragon Drive? Took all the checks. Yeah,
17,000 in one weekend or 1 week of racing or so. Yeah.
And Dave there, they got the is that the Colorado with the forced air or whatever, the compressed air? Yeah.
Compressed air.
Yeah. Gets that thing down to -80 or something degrees. It's just so he's got that there in the Crowder booth, and it was a good time seeing everybody.
And I think we kind of hinted with Jim that maybe we would drag him on the show sometime and
Yeah, absolutely.
Chat with Jim about his racing and tuning career.
Yeah, he was showing us pictures of his car. He's got a big tire car, small tire car, and so yeah, definitely.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I think this is also from the Crowder side there with Dave and Tina included this time.
Yeah, we got done with their interview, and they're in a good spot. They're on the aisle there, they're in a corner, and with Crowder, and it's a good area that they got. So, and there's some, a little bit of strategy around there, talking to Nick Allman at, where their little section is. And like you were saying, once you get your spot on that floor, you want to keep it, and I don't know what it costs, but I heard it's a lot to have those booths, and of course, however big you want to make it. But yeah, this was a good picture here.
And so let's see, Friday night, we decided to eat dinner at the motel.
Right on.
We had dinner and drinks, burgers and chicken strips. And across the lobby, I thought I saw somebody, but I thought that's not him. Yeah. Then he comes walking into the restaurant side where we're at.
Yeah.
And it was Derek.
So he came over, talked to us. Yeah,
he was there with his wife and I think his father-in-law and I think Rick Hilton, the guy that they race with down there. And
so, there's a little crew, and they were going to stay through Sunday. They were heading back today, and so it was good seeing them. We kind of came over with us for about 30 minutes and just talked about your build and his build and everything going on and tuning. And now he's a representing Force Induction, right? Distributor.
Yes, yeah. He told us he just got set up as a dealer for Force Induction turbos. So
so it was good talking to him.
Good for you to know.
Yeah, and I don't think he'll. Anyway, I don't want to say what he said. I don't know if he'll want it out there. What he's doing,
right?
But yeah, it was just good catching up, and we were giving him a hard time because his neighbor's house is like Clark Griswold, and so. Got it all lit up, and so we're yapping about that. So, but no, he's doing good.
Yeah, we was teasing his wife Haley that she needs to crack the whip and get him on the light program, get him working, get him busy.
Yeah, exactly right. So
don't get beat. Keep up with them Griswolds.
Yeah, but he's got a new thing coming together, and he's working on it now, and he's got a plan in place with his stuff, and. So it was just good running in with him and visiting and but yeah.
There was Lizzie Musey's car.
Yep.
This is looks like kind of setup day, but the reason we bring this up is obviously we know Lizzie has passed, but the car was there.
Yeah.
And it's a good looking car.
Yeah. I was in Edelbrock's booth.
Okay, Edelbrock, yeah. We also saw this posted, I believe it was sometime yesterday, and Pat Musey Racing Engine says last night, Pat, and I believe that's probably Pat and Liz, so Liz would be his wife, joined Redline Synthetic Oils, Mark Beatty and PDRA Racing Series Director Tyler Crossnow on stage at the PDRA Awards banquet to present the inaugural Lizzie Musey Award. The recipient is Amber Denton, who grew up idolizing Lizzie and has become a championship racer in her own right. We're proud of everything she's accomplished, and we know Lizzie is too. #Musey Muscle.
Awesome.
So
yeah, that was cool. It was cool seeing that car, and I just kind of walked around a little bit myself, just looking at it, and it was neat that they brought it and displayed it. And to be honest with you, especially like. A lot of I just remember like Scott Taylor, his car was with the trailers, and other ones I'm trying to think through, but they had that Lizzie, sticker on the panel and stuff, and it just, gone but not forgotten. So it was just cool to see that.
Yep. and a like a new award, is in honor of her.
Yeah.
A new award to award to somebody each year. So yeah.
No, that was cool. Another thing with the awards too, I know they announced the 30 under 30 with Drag Illustrated. And then also didn't Michael Narks with the Dragon Drive have an award session where they handed out belts and
they did
other trophies and that sort of thing.
Lots of trophies and special awards and I
No.
didn't catch any of those, but there was a lot of that stuff. It just didn't. There was a lot of it. Like if he's keeping track of that, you'd be busy keeping track of all of it.
Like Mark Brown said, you can't walk through that whole thing in a day and see everything.
No.
And it's like, there's all this stuff going on because I was seeing other people like Shelly Phillips. She had all those, Antron Brown and Eric, and all those signatures. Like, when did that happen? It's like we were in the back apparently when that was going on, and so it's just, there's just so much going all at one time. And then in the hallways as well, we saw Alan's car, right, with the white Mustang with the RC components with
Alan Feltz.
And got to look at that thing car. Met him and also with Prenup, it was in there as well with Justin's second car, and just walking around the hallway, you just capturing it all. You're walking by stuff, you just think, oh, that's the coolest thing ever, but you don't got time. You got to keep walking, and but yeah, I just can't catch it all, through that time.
Yep, pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
We then it was time to go home.
Yep.
We had a good time.
I was tired. I was ready,
Yeah.
I know some people go Saturday as well and hang out midday or whatever, but I was done. And I was going to do some stuff today and I was exhausted. I'm still tired.
I didn't accomplish anything either. Don't feel bad.
Done and nah, it didn't happen.
What's missing in this picture? Actually, both traveling pictures. Or who? Gavin.
Oh, yeah.
He tried and tried and tried and tried.
Yeah.
And he just couldn't pull it off. But he legit tried everything he could to get away and work kept him tied down. So we had enough fun to account for him. So
right. Yeah, no doubt. Miss old Gavin there and another rock star. Apparently we were at the wrong place at the wrong time too. When Tanner and Jamie had those little impeller keychains that they made.
Oh yeah,
man, that would have been cool to get one of those.
Yes, it'd be cool to have about 6 or 7 of those. Pretty neat. Exactly. Little turbo wheel looking thing. He said this machine buzzed him out in like 58 seconds.
Yeah. Cool. So what was your highlight for the event?
Man, I've been thinking about that since you mentioned it the other day, and I don't know. I don't really know. I mean, the whole trip is always a fun highlight, but man, I don't know if I could just nail one thing.
Yeah.
I might. A personal highlight might be me stumping a couple people on a question that they couldn't have an answer for. Like, you don't have an answer to this.
Yeah.
I mean, that's irrelevant, but and pretty dumb. But man, I don't know. Like car wise, I know there was a lot of really awesome pro mods and whatever, but Steve Hefner's Cutlass that Blake's crew at 417 Motorsports was just a really awesome build.
Yeah.
A lot of detail, a lot of really nice stuff. It's, they're not done wiring it and stuff. It doesn't run yet, but they're just about there. And that car was really awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But there was a ton of awesome cars there.
There was. And any car that is on the property deserves to be there. And however it got there through whatever vendor or however you want to say it. But, it's just taking it all in. You just, I mean, you said it's your 8th time. It's my 2nd. And I think each time I'll get a little better at it, just knowing the layout. But, it's just overwhelming to see.
I've got a low light.
Oh, do you? Okay.
I do.
What is your low light?
Like 12 degrees. It's not a,
It was a lot colder this time than it was last
like, not a fan of 12 degrees.
Man, we got back and then we flew into Dallas. It was like 70. And then we got here. It was like, what, 60, 58 yesterday? I was like, it was cold.
Yeah, it was super nice in Dallas. We should have just jumped off there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it seemed, a little colder than usual from what I can remember in years past. But could have been colder, but plenty cold. I wasn't a fan. Walking from the motel, our little, couple blocks we go to get into TGI Fridays, our nose is running and all that, and it's like, man, this stinks. It's dumb.
Yeah, it was cold.
What about your highlight? Do you have one or many?
Yeah, I thought about it too, and
it's tough.
It is tough, and to answer your question, like the products were cool. Getting to see, the vendors were cool. And like hooking up with Chris at Stainless Works, I wanted to do that. Talking to Mark Brown, which we'll do that next week again. But for me, it was those moments where we were hanging out with the racers, like the Phillips or that picture over there in Pierce's team group, talking to the shows for a little bit. We saw Rich Frost and Penny. Just all those moments that we were sitting there for 20. I met Lance, and those moments, if there was probably 15 of them, in the 2 days that those types, Heckman there, he showed me his latest things going on with his build. He was a kid at Christmas. He couldn't oh my God, look at this. Let's look at this. I'm like, holy cow, dude, that's awesome. Ran into Jake and seeing all those cats and talking to them for that 20 or 30 minutes, whatever it was, Devin and you just feel like them, and so that was it for me. And just hanging out that racing community, and it got me fired up, like we were talking about on the way back. It's like, okay, man, now let's do this. I'm ready to start getting some energy back. We'll get through Christmas here and let's go. It's gonna be March before we know it.
I got to be honest, I was pretty fired up until I found a giant dent in my oil can last night. Thanks, Peterson. That unfired me up. So, man. But Mark will handle it. And another real small highlight that's really dumb. When we was hungry and we went to the corner where that little corner cafe over there in the front of the building, those chicken strips and French fries are expensive.
They are
super, super delicious.
Yeah,
man, they are really, really good chicken strips or chicken chunks, chicken tenders, whatever you want to call it. Golly, they're really good.
Yeah. Well, and staying with that, it just seemed like to me, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but like everybody's in a good mood. You know what I mean? And I didn't run into anybody that's like was grumpy, and having a good time. And there's with this little area where he's talking about where we got these little cafeteria style seating and stuff, and we're sitting there, and there was a couple extra chairs at our table, and this lady was sitting there, and she just looked at me, and I just pointed it down, to sit there because you're standing the whole time, your feet are on fire. And so she was from South Africa originally.
Yeah.
Just over to the States about 14 years ago. Her family has a business, her husband and herself, and we got to chatting with her, and it was just an awesome time. We sat and talked, had our lunch for 30 minutes and got to know this person, got a business card, and that was a good moment as well, and she had that accent and everything, so it was cool to her talk, and so that was cool. I think of a highlight for you would have been talking to Ozzy Tommy, your intake.
Oh yeah. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, that was cool.
Oh yeah,
major intake, right?
Yeah. Meeting him, and his name's Sean.
Sean, okay.
You stumped me twice there.
Yeah. The Aussie guy down under, hey, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to meet him face to face, and I think he challenged me to weld off.
You guys go over to the machinery area and have a weld off.
Man.
Sure, yeah, that was awesome. He had a lot of products though, man. He got all that over, you know.
Yeah, he had 2 or 3 tables full of stuff, and I think he had stuff underneath too. And he had a lot of nice, really cool stuff. Intake manifolds and billet elbows, valve covers.
Yeah,
looked like he was in process of billet blowdown attachments. They were 3D printed. It looks like he's getting ready to develop those, run them through the machine. So really cool stuff,
Sean.
Yeah,
but great guy. A lot of nice work there, and every time we walked by, that booth was busy, and wasn't it Stewie that was talking? He liked those intakes as well when we were talking.
Yep. Yeah. He's got one of his intakes on his big block.
Oh, there you go. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Golly. Yeah.
Yep. Nice stuff. Really good.
Yeah, a lot of nice stuff out there. But yeah, we got to see him. Cool.
Lots of fun.
Yeah, well, it was a good event, and I tell you what,
we're out of pictures.
Yeah, it was a good event, and I'm ready to go next year, but I'm ready for it to. I want it to be next year first. I don't want to go
right,
but I will be ready to go next year. And
mark your calendar. The date.
Yeah. So that was cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool. Well.
Ready to shut her down, huh? A little early. That's all right.
Yeah. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in.
Let's give our
peek for Mr. Harper, right?
Yeah. See if Mr. Harper is ready to rock and roll, and
got a little schedule update, and
we'll try it again.
All right. You ready?
Hang on. Let's give our partners a shout out again.
Okay.
Mid-America Dragway, Ultra Color Collision Repair, Sandlin Iron and Metal Auto Salvage, and Harry Street Carpet. Super awesome partners in 2024. Thank you very much.
Nice.
And 2025 is right around the corner.
Oh my goodness. 10 days till Christmas, Gary.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Raise your hand if you got your Christmas shopping done.
All I got to do is click whatever the button is on Amazon. my son sent his items to Tiffany, and Tiffany texted to me. So I was snooping on Amazon. I put them all in the basket.
There you go.
And I was going to talk to her about it one more time before I pull the trigger. But he wants some. I can say what it is because he picked it out. But he wants some weightlifting equipment.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah. And he's thinking smart, like you can't get into the school, during the summer.
Right.
He has the weightlifting class during the week, but like the days off of school, the weekends, the summer break, he wants to keep doing it. So he's been asking about this for a while.
Nice.
So he sent a list, and I looked it over, and then I had him come out and verify. As I was looking at it on Amazon, I'm like this, that, and he verified everything. So
heck yeah, man, that's awesome.
Then he goes, well, maybe you can work out with me.
There you go.
There's a possibility. So
bonding going there. Listen,
maybe we'll do a little weight training together.
Heck yeah. Well, and your wife walks like 10 miles a day.
I know. Yeah, we'll see how that goes, and maybe I'll do some of that. Wouldn't be terrible for me.
Right on.
Especially keep eating junk like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's all right. You ready to jump out?
Yeah, let's do it. Appreciate everybody coming on, seeing our little update. Have a good week. Go out there and work on something.
And we'll try Mr. Harper next week. I'm sure it'll be okay. It'll work out.
You bet.
All right. Let's do it. Ready?
Yep. Nice.
All right. Thanks, Rod. It was an awesome show.
All right.
And PRI was looking forward to it again.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Good night, Rod. Good night, everybody.